Hey everyone, welcome back. It's PJ. We're back from our little January break that we took, after the holidays, taking a little break, taking a little rest. Austin, my video guy, decided to abandon us for 2 weeks and go to Europe, so it also made it a little hard to make videos, but he's finally foolishly come back, and now we can make some videos again. Kind of can start the year making some interesting videos, going over some stuff, going over stuff we like, talking about how to do things, stuff like that. My girlfriend told me that we need to be more peppy in these videos because we're a little bit not peppy apparently, according to her, so we'll see how that goes. However, today, after developing film until midnight last night, I don't know how well that's gonna go. But yeah, so let's see how we do today. We're going to talk about black and white film, something that is near and dear to my heart in film photography, and give you some details, some insights, some of my thoughts and feelings about it, and yeah, some other things you probably don't care about. So let's get into it. Oh my god. All right, so let's start off with why shoot black and white film. Black and white film is pretty much where film photography began. It was a lot easier to make black and white film. Back in the day, they didn't really figure out how to get color emulsions yet. Plate photography started out as black and white. It is still technically only black and white. Early roll film, early sheet film, only in black and white, all the way up until the 40s, 50s, technically 30s if you had money, was when color started coming out. But black and white's kind of the quintessential early beginning film. It's the genesis. I usually recommend starting with black and white film if you're just getting into film photography for a multitude of reasons. Starting with, it has a much larger exposure latitude than color film, so if you make a mistake because you're learning and you're going to make mistakes, you have a lot more room for error. Another thing is that black and white film is usually more inexpensive than color film, so when you do make those mistakes, which you will make, you're not going to be upset that you spent $20 on a roll of Portra and now all of a sudden it was pointless because you shot it 2 stops overexposed or 5 stops overexposed or didn't even know you're supposed to be looking at your light meter. So, we all make mistakes when we're learning. I find it's better to not waste your money when you make those mistakes. Another reason is I find personally it a lot of fun to develop your own film, and developing black and white film is very easy. Cinestill, Film Photography Project, a few other companies all have one-step mono bath to help you develops film for you. Pour it in, you do the allotted time, pour it out, you're done. Do a rinse and you're done. I don't know how it could be any easier than that. It gives you, but if you get into it more, you can use more chemicals like Kodak and Ilford chemicals and do more things, which gives you more control over your final image, which I find a lot of fun. You can kind of tweak it, decide if you're gonna have more contrast or not. Another reason I recommend black and white film to people is because it lets you hone in on your photographic eye, in my opinion, because you're not going to be distracted by the colors. What's really making or breaking your image is the subject and how it's composed. You can get a lot of weight and story from the fact that it's black and white, adding a little bit of that Austin, what's the word I'm looking for?
Impact?
Sure, we'll go with impact. From black and white, it's kind of like color where it's it's black and white, so it's kind of moody, but more of the feeling and impact is going to come from your composition because it's not going to have colors and brightness or darkness that you'll get in a color film. Yeah, so that's kind of why I recommend shooting black and white film, and also it comes in tons of different shape sizes and everything. You can get it 8x10. You could get it bigger than 8x10 actually. I shouldn't start with 8x10 because Ilford does a really cool Ilford ultra large format ordering where you can get pretty much, as long as a large amount of people want to order it with you, you can get a large film negative from them in black and white, which is really cool. You could get 20x30, it's nuts. So you could get, and then all the regular sizes, obviously 8x10, 4x5, 120, 35, 110. It's a pretty ubiquitous film stock, and because of that, you could also get it in more obscure sizes like 620, and I think you could still get it in 220 from one company out of China, which, you know, up to you. I'm not going to open that can of worms if you want to shoot it, so go right ahead. I think it's called Shanghai film, which I've heard mixed things about, but that's besides the point. So, yeah. Another reason I love black and white film personally is the darkroom. You could actually take black and white film, you could take color film and do this too, but it's a lot easier. You could take black and white film, go into a darkroom, and make a black and white print. It's very, relatively easy to do a darkroom print in black and white. You could do color darkroom prints with color negatives, but it's very finicky in my opinion, and you have to be in a pitch black room, and you have to know your color hues and everything, and just not my cup of tea. My cup of tea is over here on the end of the table, which you can't see. I much prefer going into a darkroom, stereotypical red light, safe light on, doing a darkroom print. There's just something magical about it when you put your paper into the developer and you just see an image coming out of nothing. It's mind-blowing the first time you see it. So black and white film to me just has a special place in my heart for that. You can't really replace it with anything. Like, you know, getting a scan and getting prints from that, that's cool. But doing a full chemical process where you're in control of every single step, shooting the picture, developing the film, and making a chemical print in a darkroom, it allows for so much control and artistic expression that is very interesting and very fun in my opinion. And now PG may be asking, why are you making a video about this? Who really cares? Well, first off, I care, and that's enough for me. I get to choose what videos we make, and no one has stopped me yet because I'm not even sure if anyone actually watches these videos, especially our bosses. If they do, hi, let me know because I'm curious if you do. But I have noticed a lot of people don't shoot a lot of black and white because they want the bright and fun colors, which I get. But I would really implore those people to just take one roll, even if it's the cheapest roll we have of black and white film, go outside on a sunny day, because unlike color film, black and white still does a good job on those bright sunny days, and just shoot a roll of black and white film. Maybe you'll be surprised by how it looks, because honestly, I find black and white film to be so timeless. You could take a picture, if you compose it correctly, you could look at it, and it could be from 2024, or it could be from 1904. And I find that to be like the most amazing part of it. You get lost in it. It's a beautiful medium, it's a fun medium, and like I said, it's cheaper than color most of the time, so what's better than that? So I would recommend that. Come on in, get a roll of black and white. We have all the chemicals if you want to develop it. We also do develop black and white if you don't want to do that part yet. Come and talk to me. I'll help you out if you have any questions, but I really think you should try some black and white. So, yeah. And if you don't believe me on how cheap it is, like I said, Portra, around 17 bucks I think for a roll right now. Get a roll of Tri-X for like, I think it's $9-10 bucks. HP5, probably around $8. We have this Arista film, which is around $5-6 bucks. Like, come on, like that's so much cheaper. Or for instance, we got sheet film, color sheet film. You're looking at anywhere from $70 to $100. We have two sheet films right here. This one from FPP, $36 for 25 sheets. That's nuts. Got our Ilford HP5 right up front here, $50-ish, right? Yeah, $60? $60 now. Prices have gone up, unfortunately, as with everything. But still, a lot freaking cheaper than getting a box of Portra 400 and 4x5. So, I should know I just bought a box, sadly. But, yeah, come in, try it out. Let us know how it goes. I'd love to see your results. I'm going to put some of my shots here at the end, see what you think about them. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe it'll be the reason you go, oh, you know, I do want to try that. Maybe you'll be like, ugh, he sucks. Let us know that too in the comments. I'd love to find out what you think. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you some other time.